The chief of staff to the Canadian Prime Minister, Stephen Harper, said that an official from Senator Hillary Clinton's campaign told the Canadian embassy in Washington to take her criticism of NAFTA with a, quote, grain of salt, close quote. So she did, according to Prime Minister Harper's chief of staff, she did the very same thing that she and her campaign ripped into Obama for doing. How disingenuous can you get?
Well, let me give the follow-up. Phil Singer, the Clinton spokesperson in this situation, said, quote, "We did not sanction nor would we ever sanction anyone to say such a thing. We flatly deny the report. We give the Canadian government blanket immunity to reveal," like that means anything, blanket immunity to reveal the name of anyone they think they've heard from.
But, Brian, if this is true, a lot of our colleagues think that this is one of the things that sunk him in Ohio. It was a canard. It was a joke.
I mentioned, Judge, you mentioned that Barack Obama had a surrogate, an unpaid professor out of Harvard, who certainly would have a place, likely have a place in the cabinet. She's won a Pulitzer Surprise. I keep saying surprise. Pulitzer Prize. Maybe it was a surprise to her.
It was a surprise that she won the prize.
Yeah, perhaps. But she came out, her name is Samantha Power, and in an interview with The Scotsman said, off the record, Hillary's a monster. She is a monster. That is off the record. Well, they wrote, she's a monster, and that's off the record. They wrote the whole thing on the record in the story.
Well, you can go on the record or you can go off the record, but if you're in the middle of an on-the-record interview and you want to go off the record, you really need to get the consent of the agreement of the person who's interviewing you, because whether you're on the record or off the record is an agreement. It's a contract, so both sides have to agree to it. You can't just go on the record, off the record, on the record, off the record. Nevertheless, she did say it. She admits that she said it. It's stirring the pot because I think there's a lot of people out there who do think that Hillary Clinton is a monster, and this woman, even though she's an academic, said what a lot of regular folks have been thinking.
And didn't we talk yesterday how Barack Obama
monster music?
I'm not sure, but it works. I'm not sure. Didn't we talk yesterday?
My skin is growing cold.
The last time. That's the effect I have on you. But yesterday, didn't
we're coming up on 2 years in this room, Kilmeade.
Get out of here.
Yes,
is it 2 years?
The third week in April, which is 6 weeks from now. 2 years together.
Oh, fantastic.
And we'll still get along.
I know.
All right, I interrupted you. I'm sorry.
Well, no, because you said off the record to the Scottish newspaper. You don't really say that to a Scottish newspaper if you want it off the record, you know.
But you do say that if you really want to emphasize it. Like, I don't want you to say this. I really want you to, but I'm going to claim I don't.
Right.
She's a monster.
She's a monster, and goes on to just rip her apart. She'll do anything for this nomination. You can't believe how low they will go. And this woman is a Harvard professor, Pulitzer Prize winner. Should Barack Obama fire her like Hillary Clinton wants him to do?
Of course not. Hillary Clinton's people would love nothing more than to throw bombs into the Barack Obama camp by requiring him to fire people that are close to him because they said some things that perhaps they shouldn't have said or that Hillary Clinton didn't want to hear. The apology's enough. Let's get on with it.
Not just what's going on, but why and what's next. Brian and the Judge.